Answer. Would some honourable member care to move that the House takes note of miscellaneous business?
Is it me or him?
Order. Notes. Order. The Honourable Bill English.
Mr. Speaker. Well, Mr. Speaker, in an effort to contain the spiralling downward credibility of their leader, David Cunliffe, the Labor Party today released a fiscal plan. And, Mr. Speaker, I'd have to say I was a bit disappointed. No. It looked a lot like the 1996 one, which looked a lot like the 2002 one, which looked a lot like the 2008 one. And they can all be summed up in three simple words: tax and spend. And on the way into the House, I was asked what I thought about it. So I said that. Yeah, nothing new, tax and spend, that's what you'd expect. But actually the truth is, what I think about it doesn't matter. What matters is what the Greens think about it. What matters is what the German multi-billionaire poverty party think about it. Because, and why does it matter? Because there's no real plausible alternative government where the Labor Party have much more than half of a cabinet. And so this plan does not represent what an alternative government would do. For instance, it leaves out the carbon tax. That's not in there, not referred to. So what the Greens think about this plan, and it leaves out free tertiary education, which apparently is the top priority for the billionaire poverty party. It leaves out tertiary education. But what the Greens think matters, because we've only had to see the spin that the Labor Party got into over Maui's Dolphins in the last 24 hours to see that they are the tail on a very green dog. And that is, the leader of the Labor Party had three positions on oil and gas exploration. And if I can sum them up in one sentence that's been used before, it's not original. I was against it before I was for it, before I took a balanced position. I think, or was it the other way round? I took a balanced position before I was against it, and then I was for it, and then I couldn't remember, so I sent the media to ask Tamati Coffey, who is clearly the new, well, he's effective. He's been on TV more than the rest of the Labor Party put together. He's been consistent. He sounds authoritative. He's probably done more background homework than the leader of the Labor Party has done on the oil and gas industry. That's what a poor effort he's made. So, Mr. Speaker, whatever anyone thinks of Labor's finely honed fiscal plan, as I'm sure its architect thinks it is, Mr. Parker, it doesn't matter, because it's not the plan for an alternative government. Nothing like it. So I'm looking forward to hearing the Greens' version of it. Their questions will be, are the higher taxes punitive enough on the people they don't like? Is the spending wasteful enough to make it worth it, or should there be more? And how can we hide the impact of a $25 carbon tax from all of New Zealand's households who will have to pay it? One big new tax on top of Labor's list. And then, of course, we'll be waiting while the internet billionaire German Maori party aren't here today, so they won't be able to tell us.
No, the members still have a minute.
Mr. Speaker, I thought you'd had enough. Mr. Speaker, and so that's the truth of the debate over the next three months, is not what's in Labor's plans, it is what is the plans of the multi-headed hydra of the opposition. And in no way does the Labor Party document put out today reflect the potential for more damage, more spending, higher taxes, more disregard for the livelihoods and incentives and aspirations of New Zealand. Mr. Speaker, the real shame of this document is just how out of step it is on its own merits with a New Zealand that is increasingly forward-looking, positive, understands incentives for work, rewards for effort, flexible, innovative, resilient, and on top of that, the Labor Party are planning to dump their view of big government take more of your money because they apparently know how to spend it better, and we know that the Greens, of course, will do that on speed.
Materia today.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Party vote Green on September 20, Mr Speaker.